think I can take him. No. Not him. I mean, I think I can take him. Welcome to another episode of Don't Quit Your Night Job. My name is Andrew Rivers, and I'm a comedian. People always say being a comedian's got to be the most difficult job in the world. And if that's true, then number 2 is the guy who rolls those giant burritos at Chipotle. That looks impossible. Being a comedian is not the toughest job, and I'm here to prove it by attempting things I have no business doing. Today, my guest is Isaac Tadeo. He's a professional boxer and owner of the Seattle Boxing Gym. So we're going to show a short interview. He's going to give me some training, and then I'm going to get in the ring and see if I can knock him out myself. For the full interview, Barbara Walters style, search Don't Quit Your Night Job into iTunes podcast and download that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. So you're focused in the dressing room, and then you're smiling walking in, but are you nervous at all? Are you...
Yes.
Is there a sense of like...
Yeah, I started doing this. My first fight was at 8. My first fight going into the ring was at 8. And you would think after maybe like a few fights and a few times being in the ring, it'd all be gone, right? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I go in happy. I'm smiling. I'm enjoying the attention, the people saying hi and everything. And then here comes the first fight. Usually I've been close to the last fight, and the first fight goes up. Now everything, oh man, this shit's a little too tight today. Yeah. Oh, wow. And then they're wrapping me up. This hand feels tighter than this one. We got to redo it. Yeah. We have to redo it. This one's not as tight as this one. Who tied my shoes? Yeah. This one's not as tight. And everything feels wrong. Right. I should have worn the same socks as last. Yeah. Everything feels wrong at that moment.
So at what moment does that disappear? As soon as the first bell? Yeah, as soon as the first hit.
As soon as I get hit for the first time, it just wakes me back up. My mood changes on the bell. Right. So I'll be looking around and the bell will ring and it'll just knock me back into focus. Yeah. But I won't let loose until I get that first hit.
So is there ever a moment, I mean, you love this, but is there ever a moment where you take a punch and you're like, oh man, I should have been a dentist or whatever? Like,
no, so...
Do you ever have regrets or like in the middle of it going, this wasn't a good idea?
Yeah, no, you know what? You'd be surprised. This getting hit in a good trade-off, when you get hit in a good trade-off and you got the people chanting and you got... The adrenaline masks it. Yeah. The only time it doesn't mask it when that punch is hard enough to knock you out. Yeah. But if it hasn't knocked you out and you get hit and the adrenaline just pumps up and you just want to hit him back. Yeah. Now, at the end of it, you're just like, I need this next round to hurry up and come in. It gets you really pumped, really excited. It's the next day where you're like,
What do you think about people that shadow box that aren't like? What do you think about like bankers and they're like, I'm gonna close this deal?
Yeah, no. So the funny thing to me is I cannot go to a 24 Fitness anymore and stuff like that and be a. If I go to there, it's to use the treadmill and the elliptical and that's it. It hurts me to watch just a random guy in front of the mirror and just start shadow boxing. I don't care if he's a professional or someone. It just makes me don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm not here. Not here.
There's a time and place for it.
There's a time and place for it, and there's gyms for that. You just look silly. Yeah. You're gonna be part of someone's.
So before my next show, if I'm in the back going.
Yeah, you're gonna be part of someone's Snapchat.
You're gonna make fun of me. Right?
Yeah, someone's gonna have you in their Snapchat on the background making fun of you.
Yeah.
Before I get you in the ring, and we play Hit the Weasel, where you try to hit for 3 minutes, and hopefully you're successful. Let's get some training done.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna play a game called Catch the Weasel, which is where I'm just gonna attempt to hit you. Attempt is the key word, I think. And then...
and I just work on defense.
Yeah, if I hit too hard, you'll tell me, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see, we start out playing Hit the Weasel. And he's avoiding most of my punches with very little effort. And just from chasing around the ring, I'm starting to get exhausted.
What happened?
I'm tired. Once he determined I was no longer a threat, he started backing himself into a corner and just letting me make contact on purpose.
I want to show defense, but I don't have to use it here. There's no defense needed.
He even started leaning into some punches just to rub it in that I was not hurting him. After he lets me get a few punches in, he starts hitting me back. Actually, let's not call it hitting. Let's call it gentle grazing.
You're hitting me back. You're hitting me.
How do I stop that?
How do you stop it? You block.
Not enough to hurt, just enough to let me know that I need to also play defense. He's not even that good. It's just, I can't see, first of all, and then he's behind me. I felt like I was starting to get the hang of it. I knew he kept hitting me with the same move, so I should throw a punch and then block.
You're leading into it. That's not fair.
And here's where I get caught.
Look at that.
Rule number 1, don't talk crap if you can't back it up. You are a comedian. This is funny.
Here, he tells me to hit him as hard as I can.
No, you told me you were going to be 10. I want to feel 10.
And I ended up hurting myself more than I hurt him.
Is he supposed to say action?
At this point, I've been chasing him and throwing punches for 20 minutes. I'm so exhausted. I just go down with the slightest contact. So I decided to fight something I had a chance at beating.
Go.
And I still lost. Hey, thanks for watching. Instead of my stupid face, I just made a cool title in Final Cut Pro. Check out my website, come see a live show sometime, and hit subscribe for more cool videos. I have a lot of female friends because they put me there. And sometimes they'll ask me to walk to their car late at night, which is a scary thing, you know. Number 1, that has to happen. Number 2, don't you want to choose someone a little more masculine? That's not gonna work out. Now we're both victims. That's not. You just doubled the crime rate. Look at that. Maybe that's her plan. Some guy comes running after her. She just shoves me down so she can run off. He's the weak one. He has soft hands.